Hey everybody, welcome back to Mad Crew. Today it's just me, Mad, and today I am going to be showing you how to build a 30k house that I hopefully don't go over the budget of, but I probably will. And today it's going to be just a pretty much basic house that's going to be like old-fashioned style, kinda, or like a modern style of some sort, but I'm gonna show you how to start with the house. And remember, make sure your budget's high for this type of thing, because don't make it exactly the amount that you're planning on spending, because sometimes sometimes you'll spend more, or sometimes you don't want to be left with $0. So I always say go 10k over whatever house price you're trying to build. So after all that, let's get started. I'm going to show you the first step to this, and it's going to be pretty much a basic build. And everybody knows that houses that are just blocky shape never look good. And I'm going to be teaching you how to build a 30k house as a starter home instead of the one you buy for like $7,000 when you first start the game. As you could tell, I have the bigger plot. Now, this is a very bigger plot than the normal one. I don't know if you can see, but the darker white line is the normal size of the plot, but I have the bigger one. So, if you have the bigger one, you can find different builds for this. But if you are on this video for a starter home, then that means that you probably only have the small space. So, I'm going to start with some of the game passes that there are for people who want to start. If you are a person who just wants a small home, I'd say skip till later in the video after I'm done showing these items, which will probably be when I start the house. If you already know about the game passes, then I'd say when I start the house, go ahead and skip to 3 minutes and 50 seconds, because that's how long it's probably going to take me to show you the game passes. So, some of the game passes include, for building of course, the Transformation Plus. Now, Transformation Plus is not 100% needed because it's more just lifting things off the ground type building, and basically like that. Now, what I do say, this is one of the main items you'll need in Bloxburg, and that is the advanced placing. If you do not have advanced placing, then you cannot put many items together. Like if you want to put a counter and a fridge next to each other, there's going to be a giant gap between them because they can't get that close to each other. So, I would say that you would need this for sure, because it's just something I think everybody needs for Bloxburg. Now, something you don't need, which is also here, is basement. Some people like basements if you're that type of person who likes to play around with them and build stuff with them. Then I'd say you want a thing. So, these are basically all the building things. If you skip to this time, that means you didn't need to look at that, which means you probably have played Bloxburg before. Okay? Now, if you don't have the upstairs pass, which is something you need, then that's okay, because I'm not going to be using those in this video, and I'm not going to be using the basement in this video. But the stairs is something it's cool. Half of this parts of this video, and if I make a second part, is going to be the second story, which I'm going to tell you about how leave some space sometimes in case you do get the second story pass and you can make it a second story. But I'm going to make a first story for this part of the video. But I'm just teaching you how to build right now. There may be a part 2, 3, or 4, depending on this. This is just how to build and what you need to build a build. Okay, so I just showed you all the game passes and what you probably need for building a good house that is brand new and very starter home like. So, now I'm going to tell you about the bills. I cannot tell you how much the bills will cost per house. If it's $30,000 house, it's going to be a lot of bills. I know for $1 million mansion, it's like $3,000 to $4,000 for your bills. But if you have a smaller house, I'd say it's probably going to be in the hundreds because it's just weird like that. And if you don't want to pay bills, then leave your plot blank. Anything you put on your plot is going to make a bill. Like say your bills are like $100, your plot probably costs maybe $20,000 or more. So, that is what I'm going to tell you about that. Now, I'm going to start with the money part. Best places to work for money would be at the delivery person at Pizza Planet. And Pizza Planet is on, that's the blocks, and the other side is there. And it just is probably the best one you can do because it is fast and easy. And this video is already like 6 minutes long because I'm just explaining what you need to do to first start a build. This is a very boring video, so if you want something more enthusiastic, speed it up so I don't sound so boring and I sound more fast speaking. I'm just saying it so anybody who wants to use this to be able to build something can. But if you want a easier, faster buildings thing, I'd say go to one of my other building videos on the channel. I have one other one, and I never posted the part 3, but it's pretty much finished, and I didn't do the interior for anybody. So, this is just a pretty basic video. I'm trying not to make it too long, more than 15 minutes. I'm trying to make it short. And this is just what you need and what you don't need. And what you need to do is work at the delivery person. As the delivery person, of course, because I don't speak correctly, clearly. Also, make sure to subscribe and like, because maybe I'll post a video of different house building skills, and I'll post a part 2 one day, so make sure to subscribe and like. And then, I don't recommend hairdresser, woodcutter, mechanic, a fisherman, or the ice cream seller, or the miner. Janitor's okay, you get like a few, like maybe like 300 after a certain level. But as you can tell, it is hard to level up to 35. My money has a skill, and I have shared my secret about how I got $1 million on my channel too. Go check it out. You just gotta scroll down a lot because it's months ago. I shared how I keep my money at 1 million even when I spend a lot of stuff. So, now that I've said that, I'm going to say about how, if you are new to Bloxburg, you got to make sure you watch your budget, because I know if you're new to Bloxburg, you will look at it and you'll be like, why are these things so expensive? And I'm going to start with, they are expensive, okay? One bed, the cheapest bed, is $160. Now, if you are on a budget, like a budget, I wouldn't say go for the smallest price, because I'd say anything like this is not going to be the best. I'd say go for something like this. This is a toddler's bed, but you cannot sleep in it as an adult. It's a way to save money, but only if you are a kid and under. It won't work for anything else. If you're an adult, it won't work. If you're a teen, it won't work. So, that's basically what you need to know about that one. Then this one, I don't recommend using unless you're trying to do a hack with a bed frame or something like that. This one is what I like to use because it's very simple and it's more of a cottagecore kind of look. Also, you have this bed I like that is brand new. And it's really nice and stuff. It has a bedboard, headboard, bed stuff, you know, like that. Bunk beds, this one and this one are the best. But all these big ones like this, I never use because they're just too big. They're too big. If you're making a big house. Now, like I was saying earlier in the video about shapes and sizes, that will be in the next video. I'm just telling you all you need to know about pricing and basic needs in Bloxburg of what you need to buy and what you need to don't buy and how do you save money, how to get money. That's what I'm telling you, and where to go to find other areas where you can find on my channel where to find those other things. That's basically what this video is. Me just talking, I'm showing you what the things are. I will be building the layout and telling you more stuff that you need to know for this on the second part 2, which will be right after this video. And I'm going to tell you, build and decorate are very different. That's part of this. Inventory. Let's start with that. Every holiday, you got some stuff. You get stuff for holidays, okay? You buy them. Over here or out in the town, okay? And you get all these things after you delete them. That's basic that. I'm trying to talk faster, okay? And, I talk fast normally, but I don't really talk fast now because I'm trying to explain things, which is kind of hard to explain. So, yeah. You want to find new items, you go to new. Right here, new. By the way, I'd like to mention that vehicles are very expensive here. The cheapest car they have is 18,000. They have this one that's 18,000. I can't buy it though because the budget for this video is 30K to build a nice little house. Maybe 40K if I build the second floor in the other videos. But the base of it will be 30K. The house base will be 30K. That's all I know so far. The most expensive car in the game is $170,000. Nope. Car. Then you have this thingy. That's 200,000. I don't know why it's 200,000. It's kind of creepily weird. And then you got all these cars. Now I say, if you are a person who wants to save money and stuff and wants a faster car, then I'd say this one is cool. It is cool. This one is also cool. I say buy an actual car, but this looks like horrible looking. The only good cars is here and all the way up. That's it. So if you're trying to save money and cars are not going to be part of building this house, that's how it's going to throw over the budget is, yeah. And then, yeah, it's basically that. Bloxburg stuff, Bloxbucks. I don't have a lot of Bloxbucks. It costs Robux to get Bloxbucks, unless you have the premium. If you have the premium, then you get it every single time you log in. So that's basic. You also have new in this stuff area, and then fences is fences, mailboxes, you know, basically explanatory. The only thing I need to mention about decorate is that storage, means shelves. And this is where you also find your clothing to change into an adult, a kid, a teenager. And yeah, this isn't really a building video right now. It's kind of just explaining to new players what Bloxburg and how to play it for building and how to make a perfect roleplay. If you want to be a role player, you need a good house, because I know I walk up to somebody's house and I'm like, I want to roleplay, and then, or they walk up to me and they want to roleplay but at their house, and I walk to their house and it's like really horrible looking. So you don't want to be that person. So keep watching my part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. If I make it to part 4 without dying from talking, my voice, stuff like that. So hope you enjoyed this. Probably didn't, because I just talked the whole time and I showed you basic things you don't need to know. But that's pretty basic. Bloxburg is basic. And yeah. And continue to watch the other videos I'm going to post about how Bloxburg and building and stuff like that. And maybe I'll start posting shorts about like cool things you need to try for role plays. But this is just how you start to build a nice little house that's small and not too small though. But it costs cheap, and you're on a budget. So go watch my other videos, and hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. See you guys next time. Bye.